The problem child, Jake Paul!
The highly anticipated showdown between boxing legend Mike Tyson and social media sensation Jake Paul ended in a dramatic seventh-round knockout. Even at 58 years old, Tyson proved he remains a formidable force, silencing critics and fans alike. The atmosphere was electric as the sold-out crowd awaited the main event. Jake Paul, with his trademark confidence and swagger, made his way to the ring first. The audience roared as a flashy light show accompanied his entrance. Then the arena lights dimmed, and the unmistakable sound of "The Beast" by Snoop Dogg filled the air, announcing Tyson's arrival. The legendary boxer emerged from the tunnel, his intimidating presence commanding attention. His no-nonsense walk to the ring only heightened the tension. The bell rang, and both fighters began cautiously sizing each other up. Tyson immediately took the center of the ring, pressuring Paul, who danced around the perimeter. Tyson landed several solid jabs, pushing Paul against the ropes. Paul attempted to counter with his signature right hand, but Tyson's defense was impenetrable. The veteran's experience was evident as he controlled the pace, dictating every movement in the ring. Paul showed quickness and footwork, but Tyson's relentless pressure kept him on the back foot. The round ended with Tyson landing a solid combination, asserting his control over the fight. Paul's corner urged him to adjust his strategy as the first round clearly set the tone. Tyson was in control, and Paul struggled to find his rhythm. In the second round, Paul came out with renewed energy, landing a few solid shots. However, Tyson remained unfazed, applying more pressure and landing precise combinations. Paul's jab found some success, but Tyson's superior hand speed allowed him to close the distance, targeting Paul's body with heavy shots. By the end of the round, Paul's face was beginning to swell. Entering the third round, Paul changed tactics, attempting to use his jab to keep Tyson at bay. Tyson's bodywork was beginning to take a toll on Paul, slowing his pace significantly. Paul's legs grew tired, and his punches lost their sting. Sensing his opponent's weakness, Tyson poured on the pressure. He unleashed a devastating uppercut that left Paul stunned, ending the round with a dominant combination. In the fourth, Paul's corner urged him to capitalize on any opening, but Tyson quickly regained his composure. He unleashed a furious flurry of punches, sending Paul stumbling backward. Despite Paul's resilience, Tyson's power proved overwhelming. By the end of the round, it was clear Paul needed a knockout to shift the fight's momentum. Round 5 saw Paul land his best shot of the night, solid left hook that momentarily staggered Tyson. The crowd gasped, sensing a potential turning point. However, Tyson quickly regained control, launching a devastating combination that left Paul reeling. Paul's face continued to swell, and his energy faded rapidly. Tyson ended the round with another flurry of punches, widening his lead on the scorecards. By the sixth round, Tyson had fully asserted his dominance. He pinned Paul against the ropes, delivering a barrage of punches. Paul's face was battered, and his energy was nearly spent. Tyson targeted Paul's body with powerful shots, weakening his legs further. The round ended with Tyson landing a crushing combination, setting up a potential knockout finish. Entering the seventh and final round, Tyson sensed victory was within reach. He charged forward, landing several crushing blows that left Paul defenseless. The finishing blow came as a devastating uppercut followed by a crushing right hook, sending Paul crashing to the canvas. The referee began the count, but Paul could not recover in time. "I told you I'm still the baddest man on the planet," Tyson declared during the post-fight interview. "Age is just a number, experience and skill always prevail." When asked about his strategy, he added, "I studied Jake's fights. I knew he'd try to dance around. I just needed to wear him down, and my power would take over." Jake Paul, bruised but respectful, acknowledged Tyson's skill. "Mike's a legend for a reason. I learned a lot tonight. I'll be back stronger and hungrier." The fight statistics painted a clear picture of Tyson's dominance. He landed 455 punches out of 884 attempts, a remarkable 51.4% accuracy, while Jake Paul managed 391 punches out of 82 attempts with a 36.3% accuracy. Tyson's power punching was particularly impressive, connecting on 234 out of 341 attempts, 68.6%, compared to Paul's 142 out of 261, 54.4%. Tyson's jab was also on point, landing 121 out of 214, 56.5% attempts, while Paul struggled with only 99 out of 230, 43.0%. Additionally, Tyson's body shots were effective, landing 101 out of 153, 66.0%, while Paul could only manage 51 out of 121, 42.1%. The CompuBox statistics revealed Tyson's round-by-round superiority. He outlanded Paul in every round, with the most significant disparity occurring in the 6th round, where he connected on 50 of 83 punches compared to Paul's 29 of 62. The final round saw Tyson land 22 of 37 punches before delivering the knockout blow. Tyson's performance was a reminder of his greatness, even at his age. The fight was a stark contrast to his previous exhibition match with Roy Jones Jr., which lacked the intensity and decisive outcomes seen in this battle against Paul. Tyson's journey back to the ring began with his exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr., which was a nostalgic bout that ended in a draw. However, this time, Tyson was determined to make a statement, and he did so convincingly. Jake Paul had prepared for this fight by facing Mike Perry in July, where he managed to secure a 6th-round knockout. However, the fight with Perry was hardly a traditional boxing match, lacking the refined technique seen at the sport's highest levels. Despite that victory, the bout against Tyson was a different beast entirely. Reflecting on his victory over Perry, Paul knew he was up against a legend. He had trained hard, improving his skills and preparing to take on one of boxing's greats. Yet, as the fight progressed, it became clear that Tyson's experience and skill were too much for Paul to handle. Throughout the match, Paul showed moments of promise, landing powerful shots and demonstrating his fighting spirit. However, Tyson's resilience, power, and ring savvy proved insurmountable. Paul's attempts to match Tyson's intensity fell short as the legend continued to dictate the pace. After the fight, Tyson reflected on his preparation. "I trained harder than ever for this fight. I knew Jake would try to outlast me, so I focused on maintaining my strength and composure." His approach paid off as he systematically broke Paul down, ultimately securing the knockout. The bout concluded with Tyson reaffirming his legacy. At 58, he demonstrated that his power, skill, and mental toughness remain intact. He reminded the boxing world of what made him a legend and solidified his position as one of the sport's all-time greats. As for Jake Paul, this fight served as a humbling learning experience. Despite his impressive records leading into the match, he found himself outclassed by a veteran who had spent decades mastering the sweet science of boxing. Paul vowed to come back stronger, taking the lessons learned from facing a legend into his future bouts. In the